Alright guys, welcome back to another Minecraft Xbox tutorial, and in today's tutorial we will be building a 3x3 spiraling piston door, and it works a little something like this. Pretty cool animation. As you can see, even the middle block disappears and then comes back just like that, and we'll be learning how to build the door and also set in buttons right at the very end. So alright guys, well, let's get started. Alright guys, so this isn't necessarily the first step, but this is some things to take into consideration. So the final shape of your door will be in a similar fashion as the gold blocks are laid out in. Now this is in correspondence to these two sticky pistons that are placed facing up, and they will correspond to these two sticky pistons that are also facing up in the later steps. So when you see those two sticky pistons, just keep in mind that that will be in the middle of your door and one block down. This iron block right here is representing the ground level. So just keep in mind that you'll need at least 3 spaces, 2 blocks below the ground level block to work in. And another thing to take in consideration is that this is being built on a super flat world, and we are going to have to dig down to place circuitry for the button and for the buttons and for the delay for the buttons. So keep that in mind as well. So in total you'll need 5 blocks below the ground level block for all the redstone. Alright guys, well let's jump into this right away. So the first thing, just got to get rid of that bed. The first thing you got to do is you're going to have these 2 sticky pistons facing up. Like I said, I'm going to got to get rid of this thing. Alright, so 2 sticky pistons facing up, and remember this will be the middle and 1 block below. On the second sticky piston, go ahead and stick a block right next to it. Just make sure that these blocks are able to carry redstone, so not like glass or anything like that. And directly diagonal from that, place 2 more blocks, and on the end of the second one, face a sticky piston towards the other 2 sticky pistons. So you should have something that looks a little like that. Alright, now it's time to add some redstone. So that gap between the 2 sticky pistons and the other 2 blocks, go ahead and place a torch in between there, and you'll notice this piston is activated. On the corner of this same block, you're going to want to place a torch behind it. So you'll have 2 torches on the same block, just like that. Now above this second torch that you place, go ahead and place a block. And on this block, next to the third piston that you've placed, go ahead and place a redstone torch. You'll notice it goes off, and this is because of the torch right below it. Now, above that torch, you're going to want to place another block and a redstone torch facing the third sticky piston you've placed. And you'll notice the arm is extended. Alright. Now, in this step, you're just going to want to add this 1 sticky piston, the 4th sticky piston, and you're going to want to, you can actually use this redstone torch, and you see how there's a face. You can actually come up and place it on the torch, and so it'll face this way, or simply just place it on the corner of this 3rd sticky piston. But you'll want to get your 4th sticky piston facing the top sticky piston just like that. And nothing else has changed back here. That's all for this step. Alright, now in this next one, all you want to do is add a lever right here on the block that the original first redstone torch was placed. Now you're going to want to flip that block, and you'll notice that once you flip it, that the pistons will retract like that. You'll want to fill in those gaps with 2 blocks. Alright, so once you have those 2 blocks filled in, you're going to want to hit the lever again. You'll notice the 2 blocks like that. You haven't placed any blocks in this step. This is just the way that the pistons have moved the blocks so far. And you're going to want to hit that lever one more time, turning it off for the second time, and you'll notice a floating block. Alright, let's build the things to go and get that block. So you're going to want to come to the back of your pistons, and you're going to want to create this L shape with this corner piece sticking up just like that. So you're going to want to just line it up with that 3rd piston, come back 3 long, and just line it up. So you shouldn't see anything behind that redstone torch anymore. and you're just going to want to build up that corner just like that. Alright, take a good look at that. There you go. Alright, now for the redstone to add on that, on the long end of the L shape, you're going to want to place a redstone dust. You'll notice it lights up. You're going to want to run a repeater facing into the block, and you're going to want to put it on the third tick delay, the very last delay. Alright, which I guess is the fourth actually. I'm sorry. And on the too high block that you place in the last step, on this corner piece, you're going to want to place a torch facing you just like this. And you're going to also want to place a repeater facing into the block as well. So both of these repeaters will be running into this block, but the only repeater with a delay is this one right here on the back side. Okay. So, you see the torch you placed from the last step? Go one block away and create a 3x3 platform, and you'll notice that this platform lines up with the front of your pistons. In this very right hand corner, bottom right hand corner, you're going to want to place a block that will be up one just like that from the rest of your platform. You're going to want to create a staircase shape looking set of two blocks, and you'll notice this gap between the floating block and your staircase. So you're just going to want to place 3 and then delete the middle one. Something just like that. So you'll have 3, build up your staircase, and just delete it like that. And that is it for this step. We can fill that with some redstone right now. So on the block on your platform closest to the torch, you're going to want to place a redstone dust. The next thing you're going to want to place is a repeater facing into this block, and from this block, and no delay on that repeater by the way, from this block you're going to want to run redstone up to this level, just up the first block of the staircase, and you'll notice this repeater in that gap that we deleted, and it will be set on the first tick delay, just one little notch just like that, and it will be facing into that sticky piston. Alright, now we have 2 more repeaters to place, so bear with me. Alright, so you're going to want to place a block just like this on that sticky piston. You'll notice it wasn't there in the last step, so you're going to want to place that. And the repeater, you're going to want to face 2 repeaters into that block just like so. So you'll see how the connections line up just like that. This repeater will be on the second tick delay, and this will be on the very last tick delay. So third and fourth, sorry. Alright, so these 3 repeaters, 1, 2, 3, will be facing in that direction with this repeater facing in that direction. No delay, last delay, third delay, and second delay. Alright. Time for the next step. So now your contraption for removing the middle block and replacing it and the side block is now complete. So there are the 2 middle blocks, and you hit it again and your piston should retract just like that. So now what you can do is build your frame around just like so. You're going to want to place 3 blocks above the open piece of redstone. You know, just create your 3x3 frame, and you can go ahead and delete the corner pieces. And we're going to start wiring we're going to place and wire the pistons that will open and close the actual the rest of the door. So these are sticky pistons, 2 on each side of the walls, and then you'll have 3 on top. Now an easy way to do this is, say you didn't have anything like here. So you just build out 2 blocks, delete the middle blocks, get your sticky pistons, come up close, face it, and then there you go. Alright, so now that you have all your sticky pistons placed, we're going to want to come over and we're going to start wiring the right side of the doorway. So you'll notice the very first thing is placing a torch, another torch on this block. It already has a torch on it, so you're going to want to place another. Come over here, place a block above that, and then kind of create this staircase shape with redstone running up it, and then into a repeater and a block on top of this very top piston. So I'll give you a good look at that. So you have redstone torch, block on top of that, another block to carry the redstone, up another, and you just kind of have this staircase shape running into a block on top of the top piston. That's very important. Alright. So now that these two are wired up, we can go on to the next step, which is wiring the top pistons. So, on the block that you place on top of the two sticky pistons on the right side, go ahead and place a redstone dust. Build up one level so you don't interfere with the repeater. Well, actually, you can't even place a block there, so just go ahead and build up one level. Curve around and create a platform for your repeaters to sit on that go directly into the pistons, just like that. So you'll see 3. Create a redstone line that connects these 3 repeaters, and you'll notice the repeater on the very left is no delay. This is 1 tick delay, 2 tick delay, and 3 tick delay. So no notches, 1 notch, and 2 notch in layman's terms. Alright, so now that these 3 top pistons are wired, we can work on wiring the last 2 on the right side. So again, another look at that is you have your torch, staircase up, block, redstone, and into the repeaters. Looks just like that. Looks like it's getting dark. I'm going to just try and finish up this side, and then I'll skip today for the buttons, which are over there. Alright, coming off from this your line of redstone from the repeaters, go ahead and build off another block. Place some redstone dust, and then 1 block below that, place a repeater, put it on the very last delay, and put it into another block. So you'll notice this block will be kind of the corner piece of your 3x3. So face it going that way, and you're going to want to build a staircase down over these 2 pistons, just like that, and you're going to want to cover each one with redstone dust. Now for a very last step, you're going to want to place a block on top of this very bottom redstone, and on the block you're going to want to face a repeater going that way into this piston, into the very bottom piston. And you can test to see that everything works by just hitting this switch, hitting the lever, and seeing that everything forms up just like that. Alright, well, that's it for the doorway. Stay tuned for how to build this with buttons and how to put a delay on those buttons. Okay guys, so you have just finished building your 3x3 spiral door, but now you want it to be actually functional. So what you're going to want to do is dig a pretty sizable hole underneath it, only 3 deep, because that's all it needs to be, and it's going to be a 7 by 15. 3 deep. And you'll notice there are 3 spaces on this side and only 1 space on this side. So here's another look. Alright. So once you get your hole dug, you're going to want to remove the lever from the block that the torch is on, and diagonally down you're going to want to place another block, and you're going to want a repeater running into that block just like this. Now in that repeater you're going to want to staircase some redstone down to the 3rd level that you've cleared out. You're just going to want to run it over just like so, and you're going to want to run it over to this stack of torches like this. And to line this stack of torches up, you're going to want to look and see wherever the middle block is, and line it up with that, and then 1 away from it. So middle block and 1 away. You're going to want to build a stack of just 2 blocks. On this side facing your redstone dust, you're going to want to place a torch on the bottom, and on this other side facing your contraption, you're going to want to place a torch on the top of the 2nd block, or on the side of the 2nd block up like that. So as far as how many redstone this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 redstone used to get to this torch. And from this point, you're going to want repeaters. Now these repeaters will be the delay. for your buttons, how long the door stays open. So the more repeaters you have here, the longer your door will stay open. Now these repeaters are coming directly off the corner of this tower. So I'll be facing this way, and placing the repeaters. I'm going to put them to the very last delay, and I'm going to come around like this, like this, like this, and then when I want to turn them, you'll notice when I turn them they end up facing this the second redstone torch. So when I turn, I'm going to be sure to turn the direction of the repeater and face that torch so I know that the current will be going this way. Because if you keep placing them this way, then the current will just get stopped. So make sure you're facing all the repeaters the right way. And again, if you want the door to stay open longer when you hit the button, just go ahead and add more repeaters, but be sure to connect them with some redstone dust. Okay. Now, another key thing is this little piece of redstone dust right here. So you don't want a repeater touching this tower coming back. You want it to replace it with a piece of redstone dust. And you'll notice that this dust is lit up by this torch. Alright, so that should be it for the delay mechanism. Now all we need to do is insert the buttons. Alright, now inserting the buttons is actually really easy. I know it looks like there's a lot of redstone here, but it's really quite simple. So the main thing you need to know is that you just need, see, here is our 2-high tower with the torch on the bottom and the torch on top. You're going to want to connect blocks and create a sort of elongated T shape with this top block, and you're going to want to run redstone on top of it just like that. Now from there you can connect the redstone from your buttons anywhere to this long bar of redstone. So what I've done is on this front side I've gone from the left bottom sticky piston and gone 2 blocks out, so 1 and then 2. I've put a button on it, and then I've just staircase redstone underneath it, because redstone fills this entire block. So once this button's activated, it sends a signal down. And did I hit it again? Oh, I must have hit it again. I was wondering what was going on there. Alright, so and this just staircases down to this elongated T shape that we have coming off of this redstone torch. And again on the other side. Now this side's a little bit longer, but this is 4 blocks out with a button, and it just goes down like so, just staircase down. And you can see the delay working just like that. Now let's watch this delay in action one more time. So you hit the button, the door opens, and until this redstone circuit reaches that torch, the door will not close. So well, there you have it, guys, and there's how to build a 3x3 spiraling piston door with buttons. If you guys have any questions, just feel free to leave a comment and I'll try and answer as best as I can. But thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you later.